Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Retail Nightmares. Tonight at Retail Nightmares, we're going to check out the worst customers of all time. Now we have a lot of terrible customers to get through today, so let's jump right into it. Okay, so this Karen was shopping at a Costco, and basically she refused to wear a mask. Now they are mandatory in the Costco, so the manager asked her to leave the premise, but this Karen stated that because she is in a public place, she can do what she wants, including recording him. The problem here though is that this gentleman is not in a public place. He is inside of a Costco, where you can only get access through the Costco if you have a membership, as it is a private building. This Karen refuses to stop recording him and put a mask on, and even has the temerity to tell him to keep 6 feet away from him, even though she's the one who's not wearing a mask. Let's have a look.
Folks, I need you to go ahead and leave the building.
I'm not leaving the building.
Then I'm not allowing you to shop today.
Why are you 6 feet? I need you to step 6 feet away from me.
I have tried to be professional.
And your mask is falling.
Tell her she can't record you. This is a
Yes, I
public
do.
place.
No, ma'am, this is a private membership warehouse. It
Well,
is not
your
a
mask-
public, and that's fine.
We
But you
are
are not allowed to
members.
record inside the building, ma'am.
I am.
And I see that you are. If that makes any type of public thing where Costco sees it, I will ask that they pull your membership, because we have politely
That's
asked you to
fine.
wear your membership. And you can
Why
wear
is your
and
mask
you will
falling?
not.
That's exactly what you're yelling
Because
at me
I'm having to
for.
continue to talk to you and address that you are not even wearing your handmade mask properly, ma'am.
That's handmade as well.
No, ma'am, this is a 32-degree mask that we sell. You can get them in any local
Okay,
place.
well, why are you harassing me?
Ma'am, trust me, I'm not harassing you.
You are,
I am
and you're
trying to
not 6
ensure
feet
that you
apart
are
from
keeping-
me.
Yes, ma'am, I am about
No,
6 feet at this
we're
point.
not.
Yes, ma'am, your mask is down again, young lady.
So
You
is
can
yours.
No, ma'am, it's not.
So
It's
is
up all
yours.
the way over my nostrils.
Can someone check us out?
This customer has went in to get her sub, but she noticed that the employee was quote unquote throwing it on. The customer wasn't happy that she was throwing her items onto her sub, and she wanted them to be placed down gently. She claims that when she called out the employee for just throwing her items into her sub, that the employee had an attitude. The customer was really upset that she had the audacity to have an attitude with her at 9 AM and starts shoving her camera down her face. The customer asks her not to record her because honestly all she has done wrong at this point is thrown her items onto her sub, not lightly, as the customer has quoted. So honestly at this point the Subway employee isn't really in the wrong. I mean, it hasn't damaged the items that go on the sub even if she has done this. The customer is not having it though. She's so angry at her and just goes back and forth with her because her items were not placed on her sub lightly. Let's have a look.
Okay, so there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with nothing you got going on today. It's barely 9:15. Barely.
Okay.
And you have nothing's
And
wrong
the
going on.
reason
And you
nothing
throwing
is
the
up here
and you're
now-
throwing the sandwiches, just throwing it together.
The
Just throwing
reason-
stuff on there.
The
And you got the
reason-
audacity to be rude.
You can quit recording me for
And you
one,
got the audacity
because
to be rude.
Ma'am, do you want me to finish making your sandwich?
Do you want to make it correctly?
I will when my customer talks to me correctly. Is there anything else, ma'am?
Cucumbers, and put the stuff towards the end of the bread correctly, where there's
Okay.
completely.
Is that better? Is that correct? Or do you want me to
That's how you want
completely
to do
start
it.
over?
That's how you want to do it. I mean, what's your name?
Bernice.
What's your name?
Bernice.
Bernice. You look like a mother- Bernice. Make sure I get your mother face real good
Here you
so
go.
they can see how your attitude is up in here. Real up, individual. Real. You know that sandwich ain't right.
Why are you coming in here? Okay, you know what? I'll call you.
You know that sandwich ain't right.
Okay, so this lady is actually at a Walgreens and she starts getting really offensive, really aggressive, and starts going crazy at the employee because they won't fill her prescription. Basically, what had happened is she came into the Walgreens to get her prescription filled, but the thing is she had already picked up that same prescription from a Walmart. This means that on the system, the Walgreens employee can see that she has picked up the prescription and she's trying to do them over. She's trying to get 2 doses of it. This is obviously illegal and the employee cannot fill that prescription if she has literally already gotten it, but she keeps complaining that they are in the wrong and she wants to speak to another employee. It's quite obvious what's going on in this clip and that the employee is in the right because the customer is literally just trying to do them over, trying to get twice her prescriptions, twice the dosage, and it would actually be illegal for the employee to give it to the customer. This customer gets so upset about this that causes this huge public freakout inside of the Walgreens, and it was so bad that everybody just stopped to record her. Let's have a look.
That means you don't understand what's going on. You can't give me no customer service. That's what you mean.
I need to figure this out.
Well, that's why you can't help me because you can't figure it out. I know I picked it up. I picked it up at Walmart. What the hell they got to do with this? He gave me enough to carry me to find another doctor. Because here's the deal. If I'm on a controlled substance and I fire you, you got to give me enough medicine to carry me until I find another doctor. Whether you know that or not. Because if our relationship ends, okay, you got to document it. You got to give me time to find another doctor, or I can report you to the patient fusion. I can report you to the state medical board because you left me hanging. You cannot leave a patient hanging on a control substance. A person can walk up in there and live in
I really can't do that. I cannot go in.
Then it ain't no policy.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If it ain't in writing, you can't give me nothing in writing.
She coming back. She ain't gone.
You can't get back to your job till you satisfy one customer. You don't go on to something else until you finish this stuff. I don't care what you gotta do. Your job means customer service.
Okay, so this customer goes into the 7-Eleven and when he gets to the register, he gets denied service. He gets really confused about what's going on, so he starts recording the employee, and the employee literally asks the customer to lift up his shirt to see if he has been stealing. Obviously, that is illegal. The customer is in the right in this situation as the employee cannot ask the customer to lift up his shirt. The employee claims that he was watching him on the CCTV in front of him and that he noticed that he stole something. The problem here is, as an employee, you physically can't search them, you can't ask them to take their clothing off to see if they've stolen anything, and even if he does have evidence that he has stolen something, he can't physically take it back. The best thing that he can do is pretty much deny service or call the cops if it's really worth it. But in this situation, the customer is adamant that he has actually done nothing wrong, he hasn't stolen anything, and he's got a pretty relaxed demeanor about him, so I think if he was actually stealing something, he'd probably be a bit more different than what he is. I believe in this situation that the employee is in the wrong because you just can't ask people to do that. I mean, imagine if this was a woman who was accusing of stealing something and he asks her to lift up her shirt to see if she has stolen something. This led to a huge altercation between each other and a lot of back and forth. Let's have a look.
Huh? Yeah.
You say you watched me do what?
Yeah, I watched. I told about.
You say you watched me on TV.
Yeah. You see over there?
What?
I see
So what you see me do? That's what I'm
Huh?
trying to figure out. What you see me do?
Can you show me this your shirt? Can
Show you?
Yeah.
Show you what? Like you accusing me of stealing? Like,
Dada.
hey man, you keep like I don't know.
Dada?
Like what's your whole
Yeah.
thing, bro? It's 2 in the
Yeah.
morning, bro. You accusing me of stealing? What's up with your man, yo? Why he accusing me of stealing? Like, now by stealing, then what?
Huh?
He accusing me of stealing. Like, then by stealing, then what?
Huh?
Keep saying, huh? Huh? What's your whole thing? Y'all accuse me of stealing. I ain't still. Yo, listen. What you calling the law? You calling the cops?
Yeah.
For what?
Check the camera. You have camera. Look there.
Okay. So what are you saying?
Yeah, put it in the pocket.
I ain't got in my pocket. What you talking about? Your man accusing me of stealing. I'm not even stealing. Like, what you talking about? I don't steal. I take. It's a big difference. Stealing and taking is 2 different things. If I wanted this, I'll just walk out the store. I'm not gonna be doing all this little goofy. You try to tell me I'm stealing. Like, stealing what? Yo, my man.
Sir, I told you I watched about.
Listen, all right, you watching me on TV doing what? Like, what? You doing a skit? Listen, I ain't got.
I told you he just
Like, what is you talking about? You talking about I'm stealing? Like, I ain't want. I got money.
Yeah, you want a picture?
Listen, I want my candy. That's what I want.
Okay, so this customer was at a Walgreens and she starts getting really angry and loud at just everybody inside of the Walgreens. A gentleman in the Walgreens overheard this and started calling her out for it and telling her to shut up. She got so offended by this that she climbed up on top of the Walgreens counter and put her feet up there and just started arguing with the gentleman in the Walgreens. The argument was so loud that everybody in the Walgreens could hear it and the employee couldn't do anything about it except sit behind the counter and record it. This was such a big altercation that that honestly it almost led to a fight between this guy and girl because they got so angry at each other and started getting so offensive towards each other that they almost had to take it outside. Let's have a look.
Look at this man. Hey, I'm a woman. I'm a woman. I got tits. You wish you had tits. I got go man. Go now. Go man. You a you know why? Because I'm a matter of fact, I'm a how about that? Pay me. Go pay me some attention.
Make your mind up. What are you?
Look at that. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. Hear me roar. I need to roar. That's a shame. I'm so disappointed in myself right now. Hell, please take me to jail. I can't even roar. I'm done. Sick of forking me. Anyway, I'm going to jail. Hey, do I look cute? I hope I get a good mugshot. I'm waiting. I know y'all like in your country, y'all be waiting for 10 years, huh? In your country, you wouldn't even call. None of y'all would have called the police for this. In your country, none of y'all would have called this for this. But in America, oh my God, we're gonna call for every little thing. Disturbing the peace. That motherfucker laugh at you like get the out of here. In your country, each and every one in your country. I bet you, if you call the police for this, they'll laugh at you. They be like, you stupid mother.
Thanks for watching, guys, and if you have enjoyed today's video, please remember to subscribe and turn notifications on.